So, can you have your own business? Can you do what you're passionate about? Can you make money from your passion? Have people told you that you shouldn't turn your passion into your business because then it won't be your passion anymore? And how do you want to live your life? My very favourite question about business. Do you want to be your own boss, choose your own hours, earn the amount of money that you want to earn, work with the people that you want to work with, holiday when it suits you, and just live your life where you're in control? And of course that's having your own business. So what's that got to do with rural Rowie, my wheelbarrow and my stack of tools here? Well, this is not a rake. This is now a custom made especially for Rowie. This is called a prick. So it's a really heavy duty rake, but on the end of it is a pick. So I can rake and pick at the same time. And the person who made me this prick, this amazing piece of equipment, Super Scotty, who can make anything for anybody, is a custom fabricator who's worked for other people until the age of 30 and then decided, no, I want to be my own boss. I want to choose my own hours. I want to work with the people that I love working with. I want to make some stuff. Now, Scotty literally can make anything for anybody. He's got one of those brains where he just comes up with solutions for everybody. So when I said to him, can you make me a rake and a pick, a prick? He said, yes, of course I can do that. So then, I need a bigger pick though, because sometimes I've got to move big rocks and big horrible weeds. So he made me this amazing piece of equipment. It's a really sharp, well, the head we found, but it's a really sharp prick, again, a pick. That's because it's wide, I can also rake with it. He's given me a really nice custom handle because this is really heavy to move rocks, but the handle is light. I'm sharing this with you because he's got a business that creates beautiful things for people like me, and that adds massive value to my life. And that's the success of business. That's all you need to do. Do what you're passionate about. Get really good at it, keep getting better at it, keep educating, training and learning. And that's something that Scotty's always doing. He's always studying, researching and analysing everything to get better at what he does. And he makes everything, he makes all sorts of stuff. So then I went to him and said, I need some garden shears where I don't have to bend over, because most garden shears, the handle ends here and then I have to bend over. Now I'm an old lady, I don't want to bend over, I want to stay in the upright position because it's better for your body. So now I've got this amazing, we call them the super snippers. So I can now snip a whole paddock. I've got 20 acres out here and I don't use a whipper snipper or a lawnmower, I just use my super snippers. I'm sharing that with you again because he created something that added massive value to my life. These are probably the most expensive snippers I've ever bought, definitely the most expensive rake I've ever bought. But here's the cool thing, since I've lived on this property I've broken 19 rakes. I've tried to break this rake, I really have, because we want it to be indestructible, and it doesn't break. But here's the really cool thing, if it does break, I know that Scotty will fix it. If my shears break, I know that Scotty will fix it. And that's the beautiful thing about, if you've got a business that you love, you'll look after your customers and clients, won't you? You'll give them what they need, and then if it doesn't work or you can't do it, you'll find somebody who can. And I'm sharing all of that with you because I was told, certainly was never told at school that I could have my own business. It never came up. Rowie, you can choose your own hours, be your own boss, work when you want to work, earn the amount of money that you want to earn, and live your life the way you want to. I was never taught that at school. It was never ever part of the curriculum. But I'm very privileged because I started working for myself. When I say that, 10 years of age, I was asked to work selling planter pots at a market in Melbourne, Australia. And I just said, no, I don't want to get paid to do that. How about I take a percentage of what I sell? I backed myself and I started that at the age of 10. And I'm sharing that with you because I think that school or academics or living your life like everybody else lives, it actually cuts out your entrepreneurial spirit. It seems that school's designed to get a job, get a better job, earn a wage, work for somebody else. But what if you don't want to work for somebody else? What if you're really passionate like Scotty about making stuff? Why would you go and work for somebody else when you could have your own business? And I'm going to share this again. Please think about this really carefully because a lot of people are scared about, oh, I can't run my own business, it's too scary. Well, I'm a lady with blonde hair with no tertiary education. I was told I could never be successful in business because of those reasons. Literally, you're a woman, you've got blonde hair, you don't have a tertiary education. Now, I share the next part with you, not to impress but to express. I ended up on the young rich list in Australia, so I was one of the richest people in Australia under the age of 40. And when they called me and said, Rowie, how did you get to be in that position? The answer was very simple. Do what you love, keep getting better at it, add massive value to people's lives. That's the sweet spot for business. You can't fail if that's your headspace. Do what you love because you want to keep getting better at it. And if you've got a product or service that adds massive value to people's lives, then you will be successful. So my prick, I've got to share this because it's so exciting. It has cut my work time in half, so I'll rephrase, I can do twice as much work in the same amount of time because I just keep going till I'm finished. But 20 acres, I've got lots to rake and lots to move and rocks and soil and logs and weeding, and this prick, this thing, does all of those for me much faster because I don't need a pick anymore as well as a rake because I've got a prick. Thank you, Scotty, for adding massive value to my life. His business has done that. What I would love to do, because I'm a living, breathing example that you can live your life to the max, you can live your life your way. How about just go do it? Don't let somebody steal your dream. If you don't want to have a boss, if you want to earn the amount of money that suits you, if you don't want to have people tell you what to do and when you can go on holidays and what time to have lunch and what time to go home and how much money you can earn, how about have your own business? And you can. Scotty's living proof of it. I certainly am. I was never ever told I could have my own business, and I've never worked for anybody in my entire life. My whole life has been, my business is Rowie. How can I add massive value to other people's businesses and help their business grow? And that's how I've become financially successful. That's how I ended up on the Young Rich list, because that's the simple process of a successful business. Do what you love, keep getting better at it, and add massive value to people's lives. So Scotty's added massive value to my life with my prick and my super snippers and my super pick, and I can't wait to get going today because I've got these amazing tools given to me by somebody who's got a business they love and will keep getting better at it because he loves it. Live your life to the max. That's what I always say. Woo-hoo-hoo!